Greetings, seekers of truth and enlightenment. Today we'll explore a fascinating aspect of spiritual growth that often goes unnoticed: the physical manifestations of our inner transformation. As we progress on our spiritual path, our bodies undergo subtle yet profound changes, reflecting the evolution of our consciousness. These changes are not merely coincidental but are intrinsically linked to our spiritual advancement. In this discourse, we'll examine 8 strange changes in physical appearance that serve as indicators of spiritual growth. These signs are not to be seen as goals in themselves, but rather as guideposts on our journey towards higher consciousness. They remind us that the spiritual and physical realms are not separate but intricately connected. Let's begin with the first 2 signs: changes in eye appearance and alterations in skin luminosity. The eyes, often called the windows to the soul, are one of the first physical features to reflect our spiritual growth. As we advance spiritually, many report a noticeable change in their eyes. They may appear brighter, clearer, or seem to possess a certain depth that wasn't there before. Some even notice a subtle shift in eye color, with the irises appearing more vibrant or taking on a slight iridescence. This change in eye appearance is not superficial. It's a reflection of the inner light that grows stronger as we connect more deeply with our true nature. The eyes become channels for this inner radiance, allowing it to shine forth into the world. People around you might comment that your gaze seems more penetrating or that your eyes have a special sparkle. If you've noticed this change in yourself, take a moment to honor the inner work you've been doing. Your eyes are mirroring the clarity and insight you've gained on your spiritual journey. However, be mindful not to become attached to this change or to use it as a measure of spiritual superiority. True spirituality is about inner transformation, not outer appearances. The second sign of spiritual advancement is a change in skin luminosity. Many individuals on a spiritual path notice that their skin begins to take on a subtle glow. This isn't about having perfect, blemish-free skin, but rather a quality of radiance that seems to come from within. This change in skin luminosity is often attributed to the increased flow of life force energy or prana through the body. As we engage in spiritual practices like meditation, yoga, or energy work, we clear blockages in our energy channels. This allows for a greater flow of vital energy, which can manifest as a subtle glow or luminosity in the skin. You might notice this change most prominently in your face, but it can extend to your entire body. People around you might comment that you look refreshed or radiant even when you haven't made any changes to your skincare routine. This glow is more than skin deep. It's a reflection of the inner light that grows stronger as we advance spiritually. It's the outer manifestation of the joy, peace, and vitality that come from aligning with our true nature. However, it's crucial to remember that this change, like all the others we'll discuss, is not a goal to strive for. It's simply a potential side effect of genuine spiritual growth. Focusing too much on these physical changes can lead to spiritual materialism, where we pursue spiritual practices for their external benefits rather than for genuine inner transformation. As we reflect on these first 2 signs, consider your own experience. Have you noticed any changes in your eyes or skin as you've progressed on your spiritual path? How do these changes make you feel? Are you able to appreciate them without becoming attached to them? Remember, true spiritual advancement is about inner growth, not outer appearances. These physical changes are merely reflections of the profound transformation happening within you. They serve as reminders of the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. In our next segment, we'll explore 2 more intriguing physical changes that can occur as we advance spiritually. We'll discuss how these changes relate to our energy fields and our ability to embody higher frequencies. How might these physical transformations affect our interactions with others and our perception of the world around us? What deeper truths about the nature of reality do these changes point to? As we continue our exploration of the physical manifestations of spiritual growth, let's turn our attention to two more intriguing signs: changes in body temperature and alterations in sleep patterns. Many individuals on a spiritual path report experiencing sudden fluctuations in body temperature, often described as waves of heat or cold that seem to come from within. These temperature shifts are not related to external factors or health issues, but rather to the movement and balancing of internal energies. This phenomenon is often linked to the activation and cleansing of the chakras, the energy centers in our subtle body. As we progress spiritually, these energy centers begin to spin more rapidly and align more perfectly. This increased energy flow can manifest as sensations of heat or cold in different parts of the body. You might feel a warmth spreading from your heart center during moments of deep compassion or love. Or you could experience a cool sensation at the crown of your head when receiving spiritual insights. These temperature changes are your body's way of acknowledging and integrating higher frequencies of energy. It's important to note that these temperature fluctuations are usually temporary and shouldn't cause discomfort. If you experience persistent or extreme temperature changes, it's wise to consult with a healthcare professional to rule out any physical causes. The key is to observe these sensations with curiosity and detachment. They are signposts on your spiritual journey, indicators of energy movement and chakra activation. By paying attention to where and when these temperature changes occur, you can gain insights into which aspects of your spiritual self are currently evolving. Now, let's discuss the fascinating changes in sleep patterns that often accompany spiritual advancement. Many people find that as they progress on their spiritual path, their sleep needs and patterns shift dramatically. You might find yourself needing less sleep than before, waking up feeling refreshed after just a few hours of rest. Or you could experience periods of insomnia, lying awake in the early hours of the morning with a sense of heightened awareness. These changes in sleep patterns are often related to shifts in your energy body and your connection to higher realms of consciousness. As you become more attuned to subtle energies, your body may require less downtime to rejuvenate. The quiet hours of the night might become a time of deep meditation or receiving spiritual insights. Many report waking up consistently at specific times, often between 2 and 4 a.m. In many spiritual traditions, this time is considered the hour of the soul, when the veil between physical and spiritual realms is thinnest. If you find yourself awake during these hours, consider using the time for meditation or reflection rather than fighting against it. However, it's crucial to maintain a balance. While spiritual advancement might reduce your sleep needs, your physical body still requires rest. If you find yourself consistently sleep-deprived, it's important to address this and ensure you're getting enough restorative sleep. As with all the signs we're discussing, these changes in sleep patterns are not goals to strive for, but rather potential side effects of genuine spiritual growth. The key is to approach these changes with awareness and adaptability, honoring your body's needs while remaining open to the new rhythms emerging in your life. As we delve deeper into the physical manifestations of spiritual growth, we encounter two more intriguing signs: changes in voice quality and shifts in physical posture. The voice, our primary tool for communication, often undergoes a subtle transformation as we advance spiritually. Many individuals report that their voice becomes clearer, more resonant, and somehow more authentic. This change isn't about developing a particular tone or pitch, but rather about allowing your true voice to emerge. As we shed layers of conditioning and connect more deeply with our authentic selves, our voice naturally begins to reflect this inner alignment. You might notice that you speak with more confidence, that your words carry more weight, or that people seem to listen more attentively when you speak. This change in voice quality is closely linked to the opening and balancing of the throat chakra, the energy center associated with communication and self-expression. As this chakra becomes more active and aligned, it allows for a freer flow of energy, which manifests as a more resonant and authentic voice. You might also find that you become more mindful of your words, speaking with greater intention and clarity. This isn't about censoring yourself, but rather about aligning your speech with your highest truth. Your words become a powerful tool for healing and transformation. Not just for yourself, but for those around you. It's important to remember that this change in voice quality isn't about sounding spiritual or adopting a particular way of speaking. It's about allowing your voice to be a true expression of your inner being. Listen to the subtle changes in your voice. What are they telling you about your inner state? How can you use your voice more consciously as a tool for spiritual expression? Now let's turn our attention to changes in physical posture. As we progress on our spiritual path, many of us notice a natural shift in the way we carry ourselves. Our posture often becomes more upright and open, reflecting an inner sense of confidence and alignment. This change in posture isn't about forcing yourself to stand or sit in a particular way. Rather, it's a natural outcome of releasing physical and emotional tensions that we've been holding in our bodies. As we let go of old fears, anxieties, and limiting beliefs, our bodies naturally begin to relax and align. You might notice that your shoulders naturally roll back, opening your heart center. Your spine may feel more elongated, as if you're being gently pulled upward by an invisible thread. These postural changes reflect a growing sense of trust in the universe and in yourself. This shift in posture also relates to the concept of embodiment, fully inhabiting our physical form and allowing our spiritual essence to express through it. As we become more present and grounded in our bodies, our posture naturally adjusts to allow for a freer flow of energy. Interestingly, this change in posture can also influence our mental and emotional states. Just as our inner state affects our posture can affect our inner state. By consciously adopting a more open and upright posture, we can actually induce feelings of confidence and well-being. However, it's crucial to approach these changes with gentleness and self-compassion. Our bodies hold memories and traumas, and the process of releasing these can take time. Honor your body's wisdom and allow these changes to unfold naturally, without forcing or judgment. As you reflect on these signs, changes in voice quality and shifts in physical posture, consider your own experience. Have you noticed any changes in the way you speak or carry yourself? How do these changes make you feel? How do they affect your interactions with others and your perception of yourself? In this final segment of our exploration, we turn our attention to the last two physical signs of spiritual advancement: changes in eating habits and alterations in physical sensitivities. As we progress on our spiritual journey, many of us notice a natural shift in our eating habits and food preferences. This isn't about adhering to a specific diet or following rigid rules, but rather about developing a more intuitive and harmonious relationship with food. You might find yourself naturally gravitating towards lighter, more plant-based foods. This isn't because these foods are inherently more spiritual, but because as your energy becomes more refined, your body may require foods that are easier to process and that carry higher vibrational frequencies. Many report a decreased desire for heavy, processed foods or stimulants like caffeine and alcohol. This isn't about denying yourself or exercising willpower, but rather a natural outcome of your body becoming more attuned to its true needs. You might also develop a greater sensitivity to the energy of food. You may be able to intuitively sense which foods will nourish you and which might disrupt your energy. This heightened awareness extends beyond just the nutritional content of food to include how it was grown, prepared, and even the emotional state of those who handled it. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to spiritual eating. The key is to listen to your body, honor its wisdom, and approach eating as a sacred act of nourishing not just your physical form, but your entire being. The final sign we'll explore is an increase in physical sensitivities. As we advance spiritually, many of us find that our senses become more acute. This can manifest in various ways. Colors might appear more vivid, scents more potent, or sounds more nuanced. This heightened sensitivity isn't limited to the 5 physical senses. Many report an increased sensitivity to energy, being able to feel the vibes of places, people, or objects more acutely. You might find yourself more affected by the moods of those around you, or more aware of the subtle energies in your environment. While this increased sensitivity can be a powerful tool for perception and insight, it can also be overwhelming at times. You might find yourself more easily overstimulated or affected by harsh environments. It's crucial to develop practices to ground and protect your energy, such as meditation, time in nature, or energy clearing techniques. This heightened sensitivity is a reflection of your growing awareness and connection to the subtle realms. It's a reminder that we're not just physical beings, but energetic ones as well, constantly interacting with the unseen forces around us. As we conclude our exploration of these 8 physical signs of spiritual advancement, it's important to remember that these changes are not goals to strive for, but potential outcomes of genuine spiritual growth. Each person's journey is unique, and you may experience some, all, or none of these changes. The true measure of spiritual advancement is not in these outer signs, but in the quality of your inner life, your capacity for love, compassion, and wisdom. These physical changes serve as gentle reminders of the profound transformation happening within you, the harmonization of your physical form with your spiritual essence. As you continue on your path, cultivate an attitude of curious observation towards these changes. Notice them with interest, but without attachment. Let them serve as signposts on your journey, affirming your growth while reminding you of the intricate connection between body, mind, and spirit. Remember, you are a multi-dimensional being, and your physical form is a sacred vessel for your spiritual essence. Honor it, listen to it, and allow it to guide you on your path of awakening. For in the grand symphony of existence, your body is not separate from your spirit. It is the very instrument through which your spirit plays its unique and beautiful melody.